Well, today on Straight Talk, I'm pleased to welcome Christi Redfearn. She's the CEO-elect and current Chief Strategy Officer with Redlee SCS. Christi, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Jeff, for having me again.
Yeah, it's so great to have you as a repeat guest on Straight Talk. Where do we find you today? Where are you at?
Oh, today we are continuing to stay busy. While we may have some of our monthly contracts that are down, we are more than making up for it in enhanced cleaning and disinfection services for essential businesses and other companies as they are planning their return to work strategies. So
Yeah,
keeping busy, never a dull moment.
yeah. And you're in North Carolina?
We are in North Carolina, in Texas, Virginia, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Alabama, and Utah, and I'm leaving off Indiana. Sorry.
So a significant company when you have to think about where you're located, all those different
Yes,
places.
yes. We do have multiple locations. We are a regional player, and is not as significant. We're not quite nationwide yet, but we certainly have aspirations to work toward that.
Yeah. But how many people work for the company?
Direct employees, we have about 200 of them. And when we look at some of our contract labor for our night cleaners and that sort of thing, we can get upwards of 3,000 when we're at full strength.
Okay. Well, what we're going to talk about today is the a way you use the Cleaning Management Institute, or CMI, which is a division of ISSA, for your company.
Mhm.
What have you been doing with the CMI programs?
So CMI, interestingly enough, we started using that back in 2005, 2006, before it became part of ISSA. We had a couple of certified trainers on staff. Everyone in our operations management team went through the training. And then after a while, it kind of went by the wayside. And then when we learned that ISSA had picked it back up and revived it and was launching an online platform for it, it was a no-brainer for us to bring it back into our training mix. We hire a lot of management staff from outside of the janitorial industry. And when their job becomes to inspect the cleaning performance and audit items that to look out for, when you've got a night cleaner who's been doing the job for 30 years, it's a little tough to have somebody green come in and say, well, you're not doing this right. We need to do this, this, and this, without some sort of guided information on exactly the true science behind the cleaning. And that's really what it is, because, you talk about two guys in a truck and a bucket. Well, yes, that is a perception, but there is a very right way and a wrong way to do things in our world.
So, thinking about training, you mentioned seasoned cleaners, someone with years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
How do your employees feel about the training they receive? Are they engaged? Do they find it valuable?
Yes, in fact, we have some people who have never been through this kind of training before and are seasoned. Myself, when I went through the Train the Trainer course, I was a little surprised at some of the things that I had forgotten. Just being around it for so long, you get to your habits, you think you've seen everything, and then you have to take into consideration that, sometimes you need to get back to the basics and be reminded of the very simple things, but the very important things.
Now, thinking big picture here, we have
Yes.
training classes and workshops and certifications. How has all that helped with some of your people with their career pathways?
So I think that it has made some of our people a little bit more promotable from within. Being able to, one, work on the customer service piece that was added when ISSA took it over, and learning to better interact with the tenants in a building, not being as afraid to do it, because our job has been very invisible, be seen, don't be heard kind of thing. And being able to confidently navigate a special request or something that's not in our scope, but being able to take care of it in the right way without putting us in a bind. It has made some of our day porters actually promotable to management.
last question is about growth of your company. Whatever you'd like to share with us, how has the CMI training programs helped with that?
I don't know if we could directly impact or put a number to it, but I can say that when we are talking to prospective clients, we are mentioning our training programs. We are talking about the different things that we do to set ourselves apart. CMI is definitely one of those tools, and we can intelligently talk to the clients about how we go about doing our jobs. So if somebody asks a very specific question or has a very unique facility, then we can break it down for them and show them step by step exactly how we would approach it to make sure it's one, cleaned properly, two, with a focus now more than ever on cleaning for someone's health versus appearance, and three, give them that reassurance that we are a little bit different than a lot of companies, and we do take the extra steps to make sure that we do things the right way.
Smart clients want to hire smart companies like yours. So
I like that.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time today, Christi, and we'll get you on another episode in the future.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Have a good one.